Shalom, family. We hope you are doing well. Let us ask you something. Does it feel like things are off? As if something is about to break? Like something major is right around the corner? Not quite here yet, but close enough that you can feel it? Time seems to be accelerating, and it also feels different lately. In fact, it actually has felt that way for quite some time. Many people sense it. Something just feels off. Not only because of the many strange things happening around the world, but because there seems to be a deep uneasiness that's almost hard to put into words. We know, and we're sure many of you do as well, that we are living in very perilous times. Change is here. Things are accelerating and the pressures are increasing. It seems as if everywhere you look, things people once felt confident in can no longer be relied on. Not that they ever should have been in the first place. These things are becoming increasingly more unstable. Job losses are rising, prices continue to increase. What we are sold as quote-unquote food is often highly processed, artificial, and it's hard to even tell or know what we are really eating anymore. To many, even basic necessities aren't as easily accessible like they once were. And it's certainly not surprising based on the times we are in.
Add to that the constant noise of protest and violence, rumors of wars, rapid advances in AI, digital IDs, the coming changes of fiat currencies to digital currencies, discussions about placing technology into the body, and more. It's no surprise so many are feeling overwhelmed. As these things increase, so does the fear for some people. Yahuah 41:10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not look around, for I am your Elohim. I will strengthen you. I shall also help you. I shall also uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness." We see clearly that people are overwhelmed, anxious, and unsure of the future. Many are just trying to keep it together day by day. We're going to show some clips of real people sharing how they're feeling, because if you're sensing similar things, we want you to know that you're not alone. These people reflect genuine struggles of fear, uncertainty, financial pressure, job insecurity, and the weight of the world that seems to be shifting beneath our feet. After taking a look at this, we will come back and discuss some important things that we as believers in Yahuah must understand.
Food prices are getting absolutely ridiculous. I paid $5.79 for a bag of Ghirardelli baking chips, and today they were $7.39 for the 10-ounce bag that I literally bought just last week. Not even last week, on January 4th, so what, 6 days ago. The 20-ounce bag was $10.99, and now it's like $13.99. These food prices are getting ridiculous. Like, what is with that jump? That is crazy. And mind you, this is from the exact same store. I don't care. Nothing deserves a $2.50 price jump.
So I've had a headache for like 2 days, can't get rid of it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pull the big guns out and get me a Dr. Pepper and corn chips. It never fails me to stop a headache. This morning I got up, went to the gas station to get my food. $8. $8. Minimum wage is still $7.25. Someone would have to work over an hour to get corn chips and a Dr. Pepper. $8. What happened to this being like $2, $3 for some chips? I guess the bag is pretty big, so let's say $4. 2 and 2. Why is it 4 and 4? $8.
I need somebody to tell me how I'm supposed to make it in today's economy. Bruh, it's so high. You can't, it's hard to go grocery shopping. I mean, you go in the store with say $300. You ain't coming out with much. And I remember back in the day, $300. You were shopping with that. You had a buggy full of meat, shrimp, steaks, enough, to last a while. Now, $300 might get you 6 little bags. That's pitiful, man. Something's got to change. The gas prices is still high. What happened, man? I thought Trump was gonna help us. This ain't what I expected when I voted this year, bro. Last year. That's not right. Something got to change. We can't make it. How are we gonna make it?
This morning I'm pretty depressed. I could barely afford food yesterday. And I got food instead of gas. And I was supposed to work today. And I have to call in because I don't have enough gas money. I just turned 38 the other day. And I did not expect 38 to feel like this. Where all you want to do is go to work, but you can't even get there. I have 2 jobs and a side hustle. I'm doing my best to keep this little family afloat. Why is it so hard? I knew moving would be hard for the first few weeks. But dude, I didn't know how hard. And now I'm starting to see how hard it really is. And I don't know what to do. I'm just venting, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.
Crashing out because I just walked into Target, bought six things and spent $125. $105. Okay? What? I got all the things I got were things that we needed. I got diapers, cat litter, face wash, little snack bars that my son likes, a cleaning product, and a shower curtain liner. Shower curtain liners used to be like $4.99. It was $8. $8. What is happening? What is going on?
Feels like I'm losing my mind. It feels like I'm losing my mind, and I don't want to keep hiding that anymore. I don't want to keep feeling ashamed for the fact that I feel like I'm losing my mind. Some days I'm so afraid, or I'm so cautious of saying it's a good day, or I feel expansive, or I feel my healing taking place, because the very next day I'm in the throes of darkness, choking on it all. I feel like my mind is being tortured and tormented with every single wound right now. It's like I'm in a vice grip. One day I'm high as a height. The next day I'm lower than, the pendulum keeps swinging back and forth, and yet I am the happiest I've ever been, yet the most depressed. The most depressed. And I swear every day I put my feet on the floor, it's like this new uphill battle, and we're all facing it. I'm not anything special. I'm just tired of pretending.
You know, in the movies where there are those really eerie scenes that have a lot of cognitive dissonance, there's a group of people or an individual who have just witnessed or lived through something horrific. They've witnessed a murder, they've escaped some kind of disaster, they find a car, they make it out, they're sitting at a red light, and, Christmas music is playing. Or in any kind of apocalypse movie where the town has been decimated and maybe a lone survivor is walking down the street, and we, the audience, hear Christmas music playing in the background as though everything is normal. That's how this holiday season has felt to me. Every single time I get in the car to go anywhere or you know, my kids are in the car with me and they want to play Christmas music. I'm sitting, I'm smiling, and I'm thinking to myself, this just feels so weird. And I don't even know what I'm talking about. Meaning, like, there's no one thing that I can point to. The zombies aren't roaming the street. We haven't actually seen the aliens, none of that stuff. But I have that same feeling. Like, it is very, very weird right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
What's up, America? $1,000 utility bills. So we're now seeing a great deal of people throughout the United States paying over $1,000 for a month to heat their home. Not just electric, but also gas. The cost of both forms of energy to heat your house are through the roof. My bill went from $250 to over $600 to heat my house in just 2 months. But now we're hearing more and more people paying over $1,000 a month just to heat their personal home. Not a business, a regular 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. In most cases, the utility companies are charging more for the delivery of the energy than they are for the actual energy, leading many people to say that utility companies are just making to gouge people. I agree with that. I believe utility companies are purposely overcharging people and gouging people. Utility companies across America need to be investigated for basically stealing from the American people. And I don't want these companies fined by the U.S. government. I want you to pass the savings on to me by charging me half the amount for the rest of the year. You doubled, tripled, and even quadrupled energy bills across the United States just to so your profits can go up, you pieces of shit. So I personally want half-price utility bills for the rest of the year. The government needs to investigate the utility companies. This is one of those situations where the state and government needs to take control of these. In most cases, you only have one choice for a utility company in your state or region. So when that service is privatized, all they do is people for profit. You can't privatize something effectively without competition. This isn't monopoly time. So it's time to investigate the utility companies for rampant fraud and price gouging.
You know how everyone's telling us, like, you just need therapy, like, you're depressed, and it's like, no, we're broke. Because why is everything so expensive? Like, I moved to a different city. My auto insurance went up like $20. I don't know why. I called them and I was like, why did this go up? And she was trying to figure it out. And I was like, I also need to update my address because I just moved. And she goes, okay, with your address updated, you live in a higher risk area now. Surprise. So she said it's going up $120 a month. I was going to figure out why it went up $20, and then she made it go up more. And I said, please don't do that. I can't afford it. And she said, I can't change it. And we're not depressed. We're broke. We're broke.
What the f***'s happened to this world? I don't know. Since 2020, something has seriously changed because it feels so off to me. I know you can all feel it too, because I can feel it. Okay, and everything just feels so dull. Nothing feels exciting anymore, does it? You know, it almost feels like the life and soul's been sucked out of this world. And all we do is just work. All we do is work. Every day feels the same. It's like we're stuck in a perpetual loop cycle. I mean, it's crazy. It's Christmas next week, yeah? But it feels nothing like Christmas. Even the Christmas songs, they don't hit the same. They don't hit the same. It feels more like propaganda now than anything else. Baby, all I want for Christmas. No. It's not hitting the same. Off. It's the same songs, repeated. They're on a perpetual loop cycle. I'm off of it. It doesn't feel the same anymore. Nothing feels the same. And you know what, guys? It feels like we're stuck in a massive transition period, okay? This world is massively changing. 10 years from now, this world is going to be completely different.
Good morning, y'all. So, is it me, or is this time flying past our eyes? Because it was just October. It's literally December the 11th. Ain't that something? Something going on. Something really going on. It's like the time is fast forwarding. Something ain't right. Comment down below. What are your thoughts?
Never in a million years could you have paid me to tell me that 2026 was going to start off with me getting laid off yesterday. Laid off. I am unemployed as of right now. And I am in shock. I am in shock. I went for a run last night. I'm crying like a baby. But now we back and we better. But obviously, you know, we're going to have to pivot from the fashion content because obviously it don't make sense to be buying clothes in this situation. So now it's just more, I'm going to give y'all a lifestyle. I'm going to take y'all on this whole journey from day one as of today until when I land back on my feet. I don't know exactly what that looks like. Maybe back on my feet is full-time content creator. Maybe back on my feet is a new 9 to 5. But either way, it's going to work out for me and I have faith and I believe that that's the only option for me. So I appreciate y'all that been here so far. Obviously, this is a crazy time for me, but we're going to get through it.
I'm so tired of life. I can't afford to live here anymore. I can't afford to live here anymore. I just spent 6 hours of my life serving tables, running around to make $50. To make $50. And I already know the comments are going to be like, well, get a better job. I'm trying. I moved here 3 weeks ago. I've sent out over 100 resumes. I've had one interview. I didn't get the job. I knew I blew it. I did not get the job. I'm trying. The only reason why I got a server job is to make some money while I'm trying to get my big girl job again so I can get checks that actually matter. You know, so I can make money I can actually live off of. But nobody calls. Nobody's calling for these jobs. You know, Indeed is, we're hiring. Or where? Okay, because I sent my resume and I can't afford anything. Okay, I live with my son and his roommates right now, and I'm very thankful for that, but I need my own place and I can't afford it. I can't afford anything. I cannot afford to live here anymore. And I can't take my own life. You know, so like, what am I supposed to do?
I'm done, honestly. I went into a shop today to pick up a few basics. Nothing dramatic, just normal stuff. And why did it become like a second mortgage payment? Since when has bread been £700? And why is toilet roll priced like luxury skincare? I swear I can't buy anything anymore without doing like mental maths of, do I really need this or can I emotionally survive without it? I'm exhausted.
I ain't in big trouble for this one. Look, most of us agree this feels like one big distraction. But what if it's not hiding something that's coming? What if it's hiding something that already happened? Stay with me. This isn't a theory. It's a question. What if something was released? Not dramatically, not all at once, not in a way anyone could easily point to, but in a way that affected most of us just enough to feel it. Not enough to immediately name it. Lower energy, brain fog, strange fatigue, mood shifts, people saying, I don't feel like myself anymore. But never all at once. Never the same. Never enough to connect. And while everyone argues headlines, politics, scandals, and distractions, those experiences stay isolated. Each person thinks it's just stress, just burnout, just aging, just life, until you zoom out. Because patterns don't show up when you're staring at one data point. They show up when you're finally still enough to look at the whole picture. So what if the distraction isn't hiding the truth? What if it's keeping us from comparing notes? Because the hardest thing to see is something affecting everyone in slightly different ways. In spite of the noise, pay attention to patterns, especially the ones that feel too common to be coincidence.
Hi, my name is Nia Kay. I am a 20-year-old mother to a 3-year-old. And honestly, I'm getting on here because I feel like I needed to say something, spread awareness, kind of. Because this is what my page is about. It's about transparency and real life with me being a teen mom and having to grow up with that. But I'm struggling to live. I'm struggling between getting groceries for my child and paying my bills. And you would think that considering that I make $23, $25 an hour, I would have enough to live. But y'all, I don't. And I can't understand why I don't have enough to live. I budget. Haven't bought no new clothes for myself. Haven't got no panties. Haven't got no bras. Haven't got nothing. I've been focused on my daughter for real. She has everything in the world. She does. But as a parent, I'm suffering. And I can't understand why I'm suffering. And I should be able to afford to live. Like, I should be able to do it. Every time I calculate my checks and I get my checks, I'm looking at them. And it should be enough. But each and every time, it's never enough. It's literally never enough. And I'm starting to get very discouraged because it feels like every month I'm scrambling to figure this out and scrambling to figure out how to pay this bill, how to do this, how to manage this one, how to add this one, how to put this one in. Like, it gets overwhelming. And not only that, I have to pay daycare weekly. That's $110 a week. $450 a month. But yeah, being a teen mom, being a mom in general is not easy. And I be seeing some people have babies on purpose and choosing to be single mothers. Like, stop it, because it's so much easier for you to suffer than to feel like your child is suffering. At the end of the day, I'm gonna do what's best for my child. But it gets hard because you gotta choose who gonna suffer. And each time, as a mom, you're gonna choose yourself to suffer. So get some stability before you have children. Understand the ways of this life and understand how the is changing. If I was y'all, I would not be bringing no babies in this world with all this going on and what is about to go down. But be safe out here. I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all that I'm not asking for no money. I'm not asking for y'all to feel pity for me. No, I'm really trying to save other women from hard and having to really get that out the mud when you can focus on yourself, get yourself together, and then have a baby. Like, babies can always wait. I promise you they can.
Another day in corporate America. I woke up this morning to rumors of massive layoffs at my company. I'm 55. I've been in this industry for 27 years. I don't know what the I'm gonna do. I'm just waiting to see, is the hammer gonna fall? Is it gonna hit me? I don't know. If you guys are in the same boat, please let me know. Or if you're in the same age range, what do you do when you're too old to start another industry or too young to retire?
Is it just me, or do you feel like something ain't right about 2026? I mean, I'm exhausted. Number one, I'm tired. One day to the next is something going on, mentally exhausting. Don't know what the people are in power are doing. It's a lot, okay? Number two, I'm physically tired. One day your nose stopped up, one day it's not. One day you got a headache, one day you don't. One day your eye watering, next day you can't see, then you can see. It's just so much stuff going on. Not to mention what's happening in the oceans. People talking about the Leviathan is down there at the tip of Chile, in between Chile and Antarctica, and now it's above Venezuela, and earthquakes happening there, earthquakes in strange places, flooding. Some of them came and went several times just in the month of January alone, okay? Strange. I don't know if winter had took ill and took some time off and summer filled in for it, but then it be 80 degrees one day, next day it's snowing, 25 degrees, freezing sleet hell. I'm confused. The food don't taste right. It tastes chemically. It's like it, as soon as you eat it, all of a sudden you got some new ailment going on with you and you don't know what's safe to eat, what's not organic, non-GMO. It's organic, but it got a little bit of pesticides, no pesticides. The pesticides are safe, but if the insects don't want it, I don't want it. I'm tired, friends. I don't know. Maybe it's just me feeling like something is off, but just take me back to 95. Give me a little candy necklace, some Kool-Aid and sugar in the powder dip thing like that. And I play hide and seek. I was good then. Drink out the water hose. That water was safer than the water we drank. Am I tripping?
You know, they wonder why people get so overwhelmed and just fed up that they take their own lives, or they buildings, or they do whatever. But as much taxes as we pay in this city, this shouldn't even happen. But I was sleeping this morning at my husband's house, and my daughter called me and told me that they came and shut our electricity off. I'm like, what do you mean they came and shut the electricity off? I have a payment plan for my bill, $150 last week or whatever, and $150 by June 9th. And so no big deal. I have till June 9th. Apparently, the lady on the phone with me misspoke, and it was supposed to be paid this past Friday. So I'm like, well, that's not my fault. Like, now you want me to pay the $150 plus a $290 reconnection fee. So anyways, I'm like, well, can you listen to the phone call? Because I know I'm right. Because when she told me the dates, I wrote them down on the big calendar. I put it in my phone. And I also wrote it on the little planner, just to be sure, so I didn't forget, because since I fell out of that truck, I forget things. And so I wrote it all down. And then now I went to the city because I gotta pay the bill because I can't not have electricity. So I go down there to talk to them about it, and they tell me that they can't find the phone call. Did you maybe call from a different phone number? No. So I looked on my phone on that date at the end of April, and sure enough, there's a call to the city for 7 minutes, but they miraculously can't find that phone call. It's just vanished. And I'm just so fed up that this should not happen to anybody, not lower income people, not anybody. You shouldn't just turn off somebody's electricity, especially for $150. Like, are you kidding me? $150 that I've never ever not paid my bill. Never. Since I've been here, I've never one time ever, I've never before that I've been here anywhere, I've never not paid my bill. So now it's $440 to get your electricity turned back on. And it doesn't matter anyway, because they can't do it until between 1 and 5, and this is why people give up, and they can't do it anymore.
This has been $21 for the cherries. $9.99 the cherries. This little bag, $21. I can't. And of course, this is insane.
I just heard this girl's video about, she said, how if you're single and all alone, and how are you staying afloat financially? Underwater right now, for sure. Just saying. I have cut my bills down. I have canceled my cable. I have a change jar for real backup with like $300 in quarters in my change bucket for emergency eating, okay? We don't turn on the heater, the air conditioner. We turn all the lights off, okay? Literally, I have menopause, and I'm gonna need that AC this summer, man. I'm telling you, it's St. Louis. It gets hot down here. But my food, I got my food whittled down to like barely nothing. I said, hey, it's okay to be anorexic. It's all right. I'm overweight by 45 pounds. It's all good. So, yeah, you make things happen. Every boomer parent that if you did have one in your life that's not helping you, they go, you'll figure it out. You're damn right you'll figure it out. You're going to freak out. You're going to start selling You're going to start selling your You're going to start hitting up people for jobs, and during the interview, you're going to be begging, but you already have a full-time job. I don't actually have a job, and I don't know how I'm making it happen, so this is how it's going to be, and it might not get easier. You know, I don't want to be a pessimist, but I'm almost 46, and the corporate world, that's hard to be in there after 40. Restaurants, for sure, over 40. I'm 46 trying to get a waitress job. Nobody wants a piece of this, all right?
People that are unemployed, what are we currently doing? I'm not going to lie, I spend 90% of my day bed rotting on TikTok and the other 10% of my day eating. And that's basically it. That is literally all I do. My friends are all working 9 to 5s, they're all busy. My family are all working, and all I have is my 13-year-old dog. There she is. Surely there's other people out there that are having the same struggles as me, because it is so mentally draining. It is so demotivating. It's constantly dark outside, so I don't even want to go on a walk. My sleeping pattern is completely ruined. I literally wake up at 12 o'clock and think that that's normal, when it's definitely not. Life's just doing a big decline, because I'm just not that person. I'm such a workaholic. Like, I love working. I love being busy. I love having a routine. But what are the unemployed girlies doing? Seriously, because this is turning into a horror show.
Okay, serious question real quick. How are we supposed to afford life? I have 3 kids. And my husband and I both have full-time incomes, and I still am puzzled. Like, it's an enigma. Like, for real, why? I just left Walmart and got the bare minimum for groceries, like bare minimum, and cheap stuff. Baby, we ain't eating salmon and steak, baby. We eating hamburger helper, some Doritos, like we getting like the Dino Nuggies, okay? Great value brand. Now, I did get 3 pairs of kids shoes because my kids are starting back to school and they need some new sneakers. But tell me why I got the bare minimum in groceries and 3 pairs of sneakers, and I'm coming out just shy of $300. There's no way. This is crazy. Like, I had children on the understanding that if I worked hard and put my pennies away, that we would be okay. And now I'm feeling not okay. And then my intrusive thoughts just come in and they start thoughting, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I have 3 kids that are all very close together, which means they're all going to be in college at the same time. How in the world am I supposed to send them to college? Now, don't get me wrong. I know that, like, it's completely normal for people to just take out student loans and do all that. But I was lucky enough that my mother paid my way through college semester by semester, like the strong single mom she is, by making sacrifices because she didn't want me to have all that debt. And while I am not naive enough to know that I may not be able to do that for 3 children, I still hope to be able to help, you know, ease that burden. And I'm like, huh? How? Literally how? Mama, I don't know how much harder mama can hustle, okay? Mama is making the moolah, and the moolah is not spreading thinly, and I can't make it reach all corners. It's crazy.
You ever have those days where you're just like, I don't feel right? I know I got a lot of stuff going on in my life, but I just don't feel right. That's kind of what I'm feeling today. Not right. And it's not like a health not right. It's not a mental not right. It's just like, I don't feel like I belong here. I feel like I just don't belong in this moment where I'm at right now. I feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere else. I don't know where. Maybe it's a sign to move on. Maybe it's a sign to move on to a different path in my life. Let me know if you had any of those ideas or any of those feelings like that. Like, honestly, it almost feels like a lost feeling. I have things to do, but I just don't feel like I'm supposed to do. What I mean, like, am I supposed to do that? I don't know. It's just very confusing. It's very confusing. I look around at things and I'm like, Like this place I'm about to leave. I've been coming here now for 2.5, 3 years, doing monthly inspections, and today it got its final approval. So they don't need me anymore. I think I have 5 more of these that are all coming to an end. We create routines around our life. This most definitely has been a routine. Prevented me from scheduling jobs at times because I had like a time frame that I knew that I was going to have to come look at these places. And sometimes those places wouldn't get looked at when I would think they would. It would be earlier or later. Then it would throw another wrench into the fan, mess things up. But anyways, if you're feeling kind of lost, you don't belong where you're at, leave a comment. Let us know how you feel. That's all I got on that.
What the I feel like I feel like we living in probably the craziest time ever right now, bro. I can't even like think about posting no music, TikToks, nothing like that. I'm about to live stream in a second, but even like live streaming, I just feel everything just feel weird, bro. I feel weird. Does anybody else feel weird, man? This bro from dropping, man, all these coming out, who's who, people eating, trafficking, sacrifice, bro. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. My stomach's right now. And then on top of that is ICE, bro. Trump. It's like almost like Germany coming back, bro. Like AI. Or make me feel like I'm being watched on TikTok. Man, this whole shit is crazy. This whole shit, I don't even know how to go about like normal life. Everything feels so like it's arbitrary and like meaningless, bro. I feel like it's just like, bro, I know, but we should be more upset, bro. We've been being we've been lied to, man. The audacity. We've been lied to our whole lives, bro. Everything, everything sell you. Everything trying to sell you on. From hate to money to fame. It's a lie. It's an illusion, bro. Like, my mind is blown right now, bro. Like, of course we're gonna keep pushing the issue with this music and doing, you know, everything we can. But like right now, I feel weird, bro. I just feel weird, man. I don't know if I'm going down these rabbit holes too deep or what, but them conspiracy theories, it was not conspiracies. And call me crazy or whatever. I don't think I'm going crazy. I think the awakening is happening right now, and we're all about to be alive in a insane and pivotal part of human history right now, bro. I usually don't make videos like this, bro. Like, usually I'm just pushing my songs or like pushing my live streams. A lot of people on here, y'all might know me from live stream rapping, comments, things like that. But this shit just feel weird, bro. Something feel off, man. Something's in the air, bro. Something's in the air. Call me crazy, man. Call me crazy. Does anybody else feel that way? Or is it just me? No way it can't just be me.
Somebody needs to explain to me why I can't afford this ground beef. I go into the supermarket, okay, because I'm looking for some ground beef for my lasagna and also for my spaghetti. I read the ground beef. Why is it $30? Who can afford that? And don't get me started on the chuck roast. The chuck roast is like $15 per pound. You guys, that is insane. What happened to groceries becoming more affordable? What the hell? That's an affordable line. Like, I am so disgusted right now. Dinner canceled because I can't even afford the beef for the dang on lasagna.
Getting weird. Part infinity. Life has never been the same since COVID. I was just on my morning walk right now, and I was just like, listen, yo, it's not the same. And I've been trying to figure out, like, why? Why is it not the same, right? And I don't know. I can't figure it out. Because I'm kind of mixed in the point where it's like, okay, is it because of COVID? Or is it just because I'm getting older? And I can't tell. I want to blame it on COVID. Like, I think back to, like, pre-COVID, like, circa 2018 and before, right? And I'm just like, yo, what the I mean, I can't even really remember that. I can, but it's like, I don't remember the feeling. It's like a weird, faint feeling. And the only way I get that feeling again is through music. I listen to music, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that. I don't know, man. Anybody else feeling this?
Hello.
Hey, Simone, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Hey, thanks for making time on short notice and sure my invite was rattling and not awesome, and you do not have to turn your camera on if you don't want to. I have a couple of notes to share with you, but I'll be glad to have those notes to make sure I cover things, but I will also follow up with an email so you don't have to retain everything I'm going to say. I made the difficult decision to restructure the XD org and as a result, reduce the size of the org. And unfortunately, you're impacted by this change. So your last working day is today, but the good news is you'll be paid through February 2nd. Those are the most important pieces of information. Your system access as an employee will be turned off at some point today. I'm not sure when exactly. In your Workday and Benefits portal, you'll still have access to until February 2nd as an employee, and then after that, you'll have access to it as an alumni. And then I'm going to email you the specifics of your severance, benefits, and a few other details that will probably be helpful later, and I'm ready to go through them. And then on your last day, you'll get your severance documents via DocuSign to sign, and I'll go to your personal email address. I want to pause. I know I just rattled off a whole bunch of really big news. Is there any questions or anything that you want to ask?
Are there any reasons other than just like restructuring? Like, what's the reason for the restructuring?
That's a really good question. It has to do with the company is doing consolidated priorities this year and next year. They are looking to, so the org, it has nothing to do with performance. It has nothing to do with location and everything to do with the company wanting to do less in tech and take on less priorities. And as a result, the team is being reduced for that to support that.
Another question I had was around like my remote status. Is that like a factor in this as well?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It did, to be perfectly honest, it did count, the remote status in general came up as a potential discussion, but it ended up not being a factor. Well, please don't obviously feel a pressure to do anything today other than take care of yourself.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Simone. Well, please, again, take today and take care of yourself. And again, I'm really sorry that this is happening.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. See you on LinkedIn,
All right.
I guess. I have already cried today. I'll probably cry more. Yeah, so I got an email like an hour ago that said, "Hi, I'd like to get together and share an update on our organization and what this means for you." So, yeah, I already knew that this was coming. At first, I thought that like maybe it wouldn't just impact me because someone else mentioned that they got the same email. And I was like, oh, well, maybe, because this has happened before when they laid off all of our managers. So I was like, well, maybe they're telling all of us at the same time that someone else is getting, like someone big at the top is getting laid off. But I reached out to that person and I was like, does your meeting start at 12? And she said, no, my meeting starts at 12:30. So when she said that, that's when I had my breakdown and that's when I started crying. I think the best news out of that is that I'm going to get my bonus, so that will help. I don't know how much the bonus will be because I don't know how well the company performed, but that check will come in March and I'll still get another regular paycheck from work. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do have savings, thank God, but like I don't know what I'm gonna do if it takes months to get a new job because I still want to remain in tech. I still want a remote position, which those are harder to come by now. And like I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't get another job because I have the mortgage now and the mortgage is like $2,700 a month. I have my trip planned to New Zealand next month. I should probably cancel that. If I can get a refund on my flight, I should probably cancel that, which sucks because I've been planning that since like this time last year. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know what, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm trying to have faith that everything's gonna work out eventually. I just don't know how long it'll take for things to work out, and it just really scares me because I don't have anybody to like lean on. Like I'm not rich, my family isn't rich. Like I don't know. I'm sure it's all gonna work out. I'm sure it's all gonna work out. I just don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm sure it's all gonna work out.
We must trust Yahuah and live differently. Family, as we see these fears and concerns, let's remember something very important. We belong to a loving Father who takes care of his own. As children of Yahuah, we must trust that he will provide for us and guide us, even when the systems of this world fail. Trusting Yahuah also means understanding that the way we live must be different. We may have become used to the comfort, convenience, abundance, and reliance on systems that were never meant to sustain us. Although these things were not of Yahuah, we've been allowed to use them for some time. Again, as we move further into these times, we may have to learn to live differently, not leaning on the comfort and familiarities of this world, but learning to be content and at peace with the comfort that comes from the Most High, Yahuah himself.
Philippians 4:8-12. For the rest, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is righteous, whatever is clean, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good report, if there is any uprightness, And if there is any praise, think on these. And what you have learned and received and heard and saw in me, practice these, and the Elohim of peace shall be with you. And I rejoice in Yahuah greatly that now at last your concern for me has revived again. Though you were concerned, but had no chance. Not that I speak concerning need, for I have learned to be content in whatever state I am. I know what it is to be humbled, and I know what it is to have in excess. In any and all, I have learned both to be filled and to be hungry, both to have in excess and to be in need. Remember, Tehillim 23:1 tells us, Yahuah is my shepherd, I do not lack. The things of this world are temporary. What truly matters is building our trust and confidence in Yahuah, knowing that He is our provider, our protector, and our portion.
In Yochanan 14:27, Yahusha tells us, Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, nor let it be fearful. These times may be challenging, but they are also times where we can grow in our walk. What you may have to do is slow down and draw closer to Yahuah. You cannot put your trust in the world or the things of the world. This is the time to get your house in order physically and spiritually. You need to stay sober-minded, to remain in prayer, and stand firm trusting Yahuah no matter what lies ahead. For those who do not put their complete trust in Yahuah, the days coming are going to be very troubling, and it could also impact your eternal destiny.
Regardless of how unstable the world becomes, keep your trust in the rock that will never be shaken, and that rock is Yahuah. Let His peace guard your heart and mind, and let His presence be your comfort and strength. We've made a playlist of videos to encourage you during these end days, and as Yahuah leads us, we will continue to. Because encouragement and trust in Yahuah are more important now than ever. Thanks for watching. We hope and pray that this video helps to encourage you and draw you closer to Yahuah. Please share with someone who could benefit from it. We love you and are praying for you. Until next time, family, Shalom.